Testing, testing. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hopefully, everyone's doing well. Make sure my do. I don't use this mic. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Whew, it's been a short minute since I've done a live stream. My girlfriend is out of town. How everyone's doing, and happy Sunday. Let's see. Let me check to make sure this audio is set up. To be able to hear myself do a little inception. There it goes. Yeah. Um. Oh man. Well, I am just getting over COVID myself. So, um, life is good generally speaking. I am doing well at my job. Uh, um, saving for another house. Doing good with the whole investing stuff. All the stuff that you should be doing when you're making money, I guess, and working and saving for retirement. Oh, hey. The thing that's particularly interesting right now about me and my life is I started managing, or my career rather, started managing a dev at work. It seems like the plan is for me to get my own sort of small team at some point in time, and slowly build that out and continue to kind of grow with it over time. Um, so I'm hoping in the near future I have a nice promotion or nice little thing going on with that. But have I used Svelte before? No, I haven't. Um, I'm kind of at the point right now in my career where people are going to hire me not necessarily for the skills that I've used. Like that always helps, but they're going to assume that I can go and then become an expert in those types of things. And so yeah, no, and especially given that um, like Svelte isn't used at my work, I have no interest in diving into it. I'm more interested right now into I'm more interested in like design patterns, principles, methodologies, that type of stuff. And then also on like business related stuff. So like the book I'm reading right now, I'm about a little more than halfway, about 2/3. It's called Clean Agile, and um, the reason I chose this book to read is so much of your job as you go from like one of my mentees the other day asked me like, "What is my career goal?" Right? And, like for the longest time, it was just to go to FANG. I did that, you know, 2 years, and then um, most people don't realize that 70% of all engineers never make it past senior, like in their entire career. So for those of you who are senior engineers, imagine being a senior engineer 20 years down the road. And so um, right now, my next big goal is to get to that staff slash lead. It's essentially to make it past the ceiling, the glass ceiling. Um, and part of that is the design patterns and principles, methodologies, but uh, understanding task breakdown, work breakdown processes, and be able to provide value to that to increase the team velocity as a whole. That's how you, in my eyes, um, stand out and help you succeed. So, like, there's only so many. No matter how great of a developer you are, you're only one person, right? Like, it's kind of like investing, right? So, like, people will tell you that you'll get rich by working more you get rich by having your money work for you while you sleep, right? And you do that by there's only 3 real ways. 1, you can buy equities, so stocks. 2, you can buy real estate. 3, you can start a business. And you have to keep going. Same kind of concept applies is you can get hired as a senior engineer because you're a great engineer. You can do a lot of work. You can do it all high code. But ultimately, you're just one person, so you have to have impact on the team as a whole. So it's about being able to raise up issues, resolve issues. That's where my my mental energy is at. It's about going to the next level. I would say that's what's going on with work. It may happen this year. It's like in December, it's the next big adjustment. Um, I would be surprised if it did. But I would say the next adjustment, 6 months down the road, I think it's pretty reasonable for that. But either way, just continue to improve, continue to get better, all that jazz. Um, so I knew this was a thing, but I hadn't set it up until recently. But I finally got around to going to my GitHub profile, setting up my GitHub profile. I went and looked at a bunch. Some people have a lot of shit going on with their GitHub profile. Uh, way too much, in my opinion. But you know, hopefully, I think I did a very clean job of what I'm trying to do on mine. But I encourage all of you to go and set yours up. It's pretty easy. Just create a repo that matches your GitHub name. That's that. And put in whatever you want in a README on that one. But I've heard good things about. I just don't know if any organizations are actually using it. And I think it's another thing that, especially when you're like a junior ed or aspiring engineer, is are people using these items? Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Um, but you should be evaluating it through the lens of that. Like who's using X, Y, and Z, who's not using X, Y, and Z. Like what's the benefit? Because when it comes to like libraries, frameworks, and technologies, many of them, there's just going to be so many that are created on a regular basis. Um, you're gonna go insane, insane trying to keep up, so that you should kind of limit the scope of what you can do. And that's also why it's so important to understand like higher level um, ideas, patterns, because they can be applied so much throughout all of coding. But oh, wow, it's really only 9 a.m. Like a hour. But yeah, so I haven't touched out. I've heard good things, but all those things are good. They're all, anything new is usually going to be fun. So, what questions you guys got today? It's a little bit of a slow start. Normally, we'd probably have about 20 people in here. Only about five of us. Here I got started a little early. I also don't feel like I'm back. Happy to see you. I'm alive, man. I've just been grinding. I'm officially retired from content creation. I I was supposed to do a course for LinkedIn Learning on RxJS, and it's hard. Am I still at Amazon? No, I'm at so I left Amazon to go to ClickUp about 8 months ago. So, um, audio quality is a bit low. Yeah, I think it's actually. Let me tell you. If I mute myself, I'm about to mute myself through this turn thread. If you can still hear me. Could you hear that? Yeah, I think it's on my. This microphone is great, but I think it might be on my webcam microphone. I don't know if I can change it. Let me see. Yeah, sorry guys. Let me see. Can I change the microphone? Actually, no, it's this microphone. Never mind. Um, sorry guys. It's just my gaming microphone. Okay. So the reason I'm not using the other microphone is, I've retired from content creation at this point. Um, um, and I was supposed to do RxJS course for uh LinkedIn Learning, and I said, I can't do it right now. It's not coming out well. I didn't have the passion for it, so I sent them back their retainer. Not the retainer. I sent them back their advanced. And the microphone that I would normally use, they sent me. It's like this $1,000 microphone. I sent it back. Um, so it's about as close as I can get to that thing. I have to up the volume a little bit, but yeah, no. So I left Amazon about 8 months ago. I'm at ClickUp now, which is a SaaS company, a hyper startup type of thing. Um, Life is good. I'm working on a promotion, working on a big raise, all that sort of stuff. What's up with the podcast? I don't know. I don't think the podcast. Um, I'm cutting in and out. Testing, testing, testing. Hopefully that's making it easier. I'll set up my Yeti next time I do this. I set up my old Yeti mic, so sorry guys. This is all I got right now. Uh, but yeah, life is good, man. Can I become job ready in 6 months? I think it's very possible. Um, but yeah, I've been loving what I've been working on. Um, I'm kind of so it's weird, man, because you know me, man. In 6 years, I've had 6 jobs. Like I don't, for 5 jobs, whatever it is. I'm all about like going and getting that bread. Um, and oftentimes you get that bread by jumping jobs. Uh, but I think I'm finally at a point now where the most bread I can get is by staying. Uh, and there's reasons for that: stock options and opportunities and stuff. So I'm really happy. I think I might actually be at this job for a while. Oh, yeah, man. I struggle with being happy with what I have. This isn't I'm one of those people that is hard to be content in in your professional life, or in my professional life, has done me very well. Where like I've been grinding and growing and like trying to go and just next and what's next and what's next, and like salaries have gone up, skills have gone up. Like And the problem with that is it's not necessarily sustainable, and at a certain point, you need to be able to objectively look and be like, "Okay, how do I get to the next level?" Sometimes it's by sometimes it's by realizing that the situation that you're in is the best situation, um, and that's what's best for you. So, that's something I'm struggling with a bit. Another thing is, like, it's rough if you have that in other aspects of your life. Like, I know that I have that in my relationships at times, where, like, you fall for the grass is greener sort of thing, where you're like, "Do I really wanna be in a relationship? Or do I" like, maybe I'm happier when I'm single, right? All the stuff that goes with it, um, so, you know, you just have to, be aware of yourself. I'm a career switcher. Uh, code might be any tips for starting off, your first new dev job? First off, congratulations. I'm sure you worked very hard to get to that point, especially changing your careers. Um, what I would say is for the first 3 months, expect to grind outside of work. What your job now is you did the hard part of getting hired, now it's about keeping your so every day you come home from work, do a couple hours to study, do a couple hours to grind. Um, I have a lot of people who hire me to be a mentor when they're in this exact situation. You're welcome to do that. You can check me out at Mentor Careers if you want. But the main thing is that you need to be grinding outside of work and ramp up as quickly as possible, and get to a point where you need very little help. And to do that, you're not going to be able to do that. You need to do it outside of work. You need to go home every day and study. You need to go home every day and grind. You need to go home every day and ramp up. That's what your goal is. Besides that, the first 2 weeks, listen. After that, just start thinking of the processes. Realize that resources are around you in your workplace. You're not alone, but a lot of this is just be on you to grow out. Do I talk to Matt on occasion? Matt lives in Vietnam or the Philippines, so we're in different time zones, so we don't talk too much. But yeah, Matt's running a real business, man. Like, he is out there grinding, 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 and I'm happy. What's your take on the shines? What's the shines? I'm not sure what do I have advanced, system design, DD, and infra? No, I mean, we're in front end. Obviously, I understand certain design. Um, of the girlfriend, yes. She is, uh, we live together. This December, it'll be around 2 years. Um, you know, for a while, she was pressuring me to put a ring on it, and now it's much less pressure, and, we're just kind of enjoying each other's presence and loving each other, and, in that regard, everything's going very well. Not quite ready to be engaged, but, um, we're still doing the damn thing. Uh, yeah, man. Marriage is a strange thing. You know, I am 35, so I think I'm getting to the point now, just from, like, a number perspective. I don't feel this way, but so I'm 35. I turned 35 last month, and it's one of those things where I think let's say my girlfriend and I don't work out, I'm going to start being asked why I've never been married and why I have no have no children. You know what I mean? Like, there's a certain number as a man where, like, people are starting to wonder, like, I don't know what age that is, um, but, you know, you and I am Lots of movie companies trying for big tech with job markets, really big tech third. Listen, if you get hired at big tech, take the job. How's your new job? I love it. I'm very happy. I love everyone I work with. I love what I work on for the most part. Yeah. Um, yeah. Marriage and engagement, it's just hard and it's stressful, man. Getting another rental property yet? So the plan right now is to turn the current house that I'm in into a rental, then go buy a upgrade. So um, that's probably what's gonna happen. Then I'm gonna chill for a second. Build out some more stock. So my my net worth is like 85% real estate. That's a little too high. So um, um, so I won't be getting a rental property for a bit, and even then, I don't know when I actually will go buy an upgraded house. So um, I don't have as much cash flow as I used to have. So although I technically make more money than I used to, um, I traded RSUs for stock options, which basically you don't buy until the stock goes public, and then you don't. So you're sort of just stockpiling things, and then also I am maxing out my 401k and HSA, which I didn't do before, and so I have more money, and I'm putting it into an account to go and buy another property at some point in time. But with interest rates the way they are, the homes I was looking at was going to be like an $800,000 loan, and at the time I was going to be like I was going to go from like having a $2,200 payment to like a 3,400, $3,500 payment, which is very doable. That same payment today is like 7,000, which is too much. So I don't, and it takes a while to save a couple $100,000, obviously. Uh, but dude, I don't know when that's gonna happen. Yeah. Um, so it's one of those things where I think I'll be in this rental home. I never wanted to live in this house longer than 2 years. July will be 2 years. So now we're kind of at the point where looking at things. I don't know when I'll be getting that third property. That's okay. No rush. But I'll be going up in house, sort of finding a nesting house. The next house that I buy will be with the intent of having a family. I could be buying another house. So, it's gonna be larger. It's going to have a pool. It's gonna have a little bit of land. Uh, those types of things. It could be a mansion. My girlfriend's from Kentucky. I've looked at some 8,000 square foot mansions that are the same price in Lexington, Kentucky. Um, if we wanted to go and start a family out there. Um, so I mean legit mansion. Like like this is like like if I told you the X-Men lived here, you'd be like, yeah, like that's a Xavier's place over there. Um, so um, I don't who knows what percentage that likelihood that is, but um, okay. Sorry for that. How's your job? Your job's great. It's 8 months later. I don't know. but, job, um, on the job market. Have you experienced the same thing with your mentees, or it's just me? My mentees is okay. I usually fluctuate around 3 or 4. I also increase my rates regularly on mentees. I'm not cheap, so I don't really wanna, go above that. How much time do you spend in front of your computer? Probably about 10 hours a day. Well, something like that. What are you reading right now? I read one book at a time. So Clean Agile is the book I am reading right now. I'll be, transitioning for the JavaScript patterns book, and, that's the things I have lined up right now. But, yeah, you saw my goat pig with the other goats? Yeah. We were in, my girlfriend's work does, like, a team building thing where you can either go on a cruise or go to Vail. Vail is, like, this resort town. Um, so we were in Vail. There's, like, a goat happy hour thing. Um, yeah, so so, yeah, the crate where I sleep, they work me too hard, and I just crawl up and I can't make it. Do you still code every day after work? No, I don't. But that's mainly because I'm I'm reading books or I'm doing mentoring. Will your YouTube income replace your day job as a developer if it's not your long-term plan for this? No. None of my I've retired from content creation. So, I might get the occasional conference, um, but I don't plan on building any more courses. I don't plan on restarting my YouTube channel, anything like that. Um, the truth of the matter is my my time is too valuable. Um, the the amount of money I make working in corporate America and the opportunity there is greater than the opportunity cost to do something. Yes, pattern. This one right here. Let me see. Grab it. Um, but yeah, no. So, but yeah, I don't. And it's not that I wouldn't code every day after work. It's just I don't have anything I'm passionate about to do. Um, so that's where it gets hard. Um, where if there's something I wanted to code, like I enjoy coding, and like I've thought about starting up a side project, but it's not going to be course creation or anything like that. I just don't know what that side project is. I'm front end. You know, do you get to throw out mentoring people and like seeing their success? It's nice because I feel like I'm building a connection. It's also something. It's also something that I I I do enjoy seeing their success. But it's nice you're building a network. You're gonna have impact, and it's something I'm good at. If you go on my mentor cruise thing, I'm rated in the top 1% of all mentors on the platform, and I have if perfect 5.0 5-star review, and this was 50 plus reviews on there. So it's something I'm good at. It's good to be good at. Um, it's nice to give back and have your impact. Is there a reason you left the Big Four, if you don't mind me asking? Um, yeah, man. I mean, the opportunities. So I always wanted to end up at the bank, and I did, and I accomplished that goal. But ultimately, when it came down to money, there's better opportunities elsewhere. I also wanted something more fast paced than Amazon was giving me. That's not to say that all teams aren't fast paced, but like I am a beast. Like, let me just make something very very clear. From a non-ego perspective, I'll be the first person to tell you I have an ego. It happens, but my last 4 workplaces, I've had my manager in my one-on-one ask me, including my current one, ask me how I'm able to get so much done and deliver a quality product. And so the thing about that is, in order for me not to get bored at a workplace, is I need to go at a certain pace. Like I need to be in a fast-paced environment. Otherwise, you're slowing me down. I just I am a fast coder and a quality coder, and part of that is because even though I have 6 years of full-time dev experience, 7 with internships, is I've also put 1,000 videos on YouTube. I've also built I have 70 different repos, things that I've built. I have 10 or 15 courses I've done that. I have 15 software books I read. I have put in the time and energy to be able to go fast, right? I've gone and done 4 of the courses on free coaching, right? So in Amazon's case, at least on the team that I was on, it was a really cool product, although they just closed it out last month. Um, I wanted to go to Fang. I did. That was a career goal, mission accomplished. And then it just wasn't fast paced enough for me. And I wasn't super. The benefits weren't the best, if I'm being honest. And I was looking for something faster and um, something with more pay and better opportunity came along. So like one thing you have to know about like big tech right now is that you you get stock, right? But stock doesn't go up like stock options. So um, you know, it's unlikely that you're gonna go and have a 5x return on your RSUs, but you could have that on stock options. I still I so I do I had a Mitsubishi before. I have another Mitsubishi, so I have a Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. I've thought about going and getting an upgrade, but I have about another 50,000 miles I can put on the car before I hit 100 on it. This is usually about the time I want to transfer out vehicles. So I'm hoping to have a new house before I have a new car. And granted, I work from home. I don't put that many miles on, but my girlfriend does drive it, and um, she takes it to and from work, so she's putting miles on it. So at some point, I'll go get a luxury car, but I'll buy it cash. So I don't take on any debt. For those of you who don't know, other than my mortgages. Um, no no credit card debt. Although I do use credit cards, it's paid off every month. No uh no st- no student loans. Obviously, I'm a two-time college dropout. No car debt. So when you're talking about getting like a BMW SUV, you're looking at $50,000, and like I think more people should actually behave this way, where you start thinking like, okay, like, do I want this enough to drop 50 grand cash on it? It's and if you start thinking about it, you'll be like, no, I don't. like, like I got this house. I was looking at buying a BMW. I was gonna go buy like an X7 BMW, something like that. Uh, and then I was like, "Am I really gonna go drop 50, 60 grand on a car? Like, I can. That's fine. Like, I could at the time." And then I looked at it, I was like, "Well, what if I just bought another house?" And it's like, what would I get? What would long term be the best value for me, right? You know, at a certain point when you're doing all the things that you need to be doing, when you're investing a quarter of your income, when you have no debt, when you are maxing out your 401k, um, you start thinking about like, okay, how can I treat myself? Like, how important is it, do you think, to learn Webpack and GitHub Actions? Not very, very important. If you need to learn those things, you should learn them on the job. It's not like you need to go and learn them ahead of time. Those things come and they go. But yeah, so I'll be driving my my Outlander Sport probably for another couple of years. Um, if you're starting again today from nothing, where would you start? Not a former pizza guy, been dead end sales job, no dad, have time, not a problem. So I'd go on free code camp and I just would knock out all the certs that they have. I'd knock them out, build them out. I'd make sure I push to my GitHub every single day. You can do that by doing like a simple algorithm problem. I built you want that just that green wall. That's your essentially your work experience. I'd I'd take $100, buy 10 different Udemy courses. I grab a tissue, and I would just keep on knocking things out and building my own project. And 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 with that, I would just be applying 3 months in after doing that. I'd try and knock out a cert every like one of those 300 to 500 hour certs. Knock one out every 2 3 weeks. And I was just every single day, 3 to 4 hours a day, no breaks. I'd hire a mentor on mentor cruise to work with me as I go through that. That would be what I would do. Greetings. Yeah, people have been saying the mic's not working too well. Sorry, Nelly. Yeah, I've been working in Angular. That's my jam. Big fan of Angular. Although I've worked in Reactive View. What percentage of money that they charge a mentor cruise you get to keep? Uh, Let me see here. I'll tell you. It varies by the like which plan you do, but after like Strike takes their piece and Mentor takes their piece, it's around 80%. It might be closer to 85 on some of the higher ones. So like my standard is like 550. I get around like 490, something like that. After Stripe takes a piece, Mentor takes a piece. So 480. I forget what it is. Hello. Shout out to our Napoleon brothers and sisters. Do I have a C degree? No. CS degree. No, I don't. Units too idiosyncratic. See, I don't even you use some big old words. I can tell you that I like Vue better than React. I like Angular better than all of them. You talk about automating the work to be more productive and efficient at the time development. Can you explain this point in details? Uh, well, I'm not sure where I said that, but what I might be talking about is setting up your linter and your to do things like auto format, auto save, and to leverage VS Code effectively, as well as um, using extensions to make your life easier. Did the hurricane from last month affect your area much? No, it did blow my gate off and cost me overall, it blew out one of my circuits in my house, and it also, broke my gate of my rental property, cost me about $1,000 in total damage, so any courses launching soon? Nope, retired. Retired. The only goal I have in terms of that whole space is I want to speak at NGCon. Have I used Copilot? A little bit. I I don't know. Uh, do I know any devs who are mostly blind or can't see colors very well? Not that I'm aware of. Doesn't mean that they're not there. It's just somewhat aware. But yeah, I use Copilot a little bit. I just most work applications, most enterprise orgs won't let you use it. I don't even think Copilot's released for enterprise yet. I am interested though. Like, I just haven't really. Um, did they tell your homeowners insurance over the hurricane? Not that I'm aware of. But would I migrate to a Linux operating system? Me personally, no. Although I am migrating, I finally migrated to iPhone from. I am making a switch, so I migrated to an iPhone from my phone this year, and then uh, also my home desktop is a Windows. This is the last Windows. All right, boys. How is this? Is this better? Can you hear me? We're liking this. Let me see. That that is better. All right. Thanks, Eli. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is like if you're gonna worry about getting a job as an engineer, all you're doing is wasting your mental energy on something that you have little to no control over. You know, what you need to be doing is simply doing. Like when I dropped out of school and I was working full time and studying, there was no doubt in my mind I was going to be an engineer. I could tell you when, but I was fucking grinding. And so, it's just like right now, man. If I said, listen, I'm going to have a six pack, I'm going to diet, I'm going to exercise, and every single day, I'm going to spend 3 to 4 hours a day dieting and exercise, educating myself about how to diet and exercise better, how to go and fucking look like Brad Pitt in Fight Club. You know what? Maybe instead of thinking like, "Oh, man, maybe I'll never look that great. I'm doing this and that," and no, I'm just gonna go do it, and I'll get there. Maybe not the most efficient way, maybe not the most, like, direct way, maybe it'll take longer than I want it to take, but, like, it's going to happen because I'm putting the time, effort, and energy behind it myself to go and do it. And so many people are make excuses for themselves about why it's so hard. This that yeah, fuck, man, it's all hard. You think? Listen, man, you think they pay me 300K a year because it's easy? Let me tell you, it's not. I'm gonna make it look easy because in the last 7 years, think about that. Think about I started this YouTube channel 7, 8 years ago. I have 7 years. Everything I've done on YouTube, plus work experience. All of the work experience that I've done to this point, plus everything I've done outside of it. Courses on LinkedIn, courses on Udemy, courses on Scrimba, YouTube, podcast, you know, W3 schools, so many other projects. I have 1,000 videos on YouTube. I'm just doing stupid shit, talking about things, educating myself. Go and apply. Just go and apply and start getting some interviews. And if you fail the interviews, fill in the gaps. Yeah, man. I've been full stack web dev at mid-sized company for 2 years now. I'm graduating for WGU with SkillShare in 1 year. I want to look for printer roles. Do you think leak code and DSA is needed for me? It never hurts. A lot of organizations are going to interview you on leak code and data structure algorithm type problem, regardless of your role. So I'd encourage you to take a look. Yeah, man, it's all this is hard, but it's doable. You just got to dedicate time and effort. Like, have you read annotated theory? Annotated? No, I haven't. The annotated theory? That sounds interesting. Hmm. Uh, Carol, start applying for jobs and interviewing and seeing how it goes for 3 months. That's if someone gives you a job, you're job ready. I think people are job ready a lot earlier on than most realize. Um, all right, guys. I'm still a little sick here, and my voice is actually starting to hurt a bit. So it's been good talking to you. I wish you the best. Next time I hop on here, I'll use my Yeti mic so you don't have to deal with this bad microphone. See you guys next time.